Hello, Jake Light here, gaming lawyer at your service. We're once again back with Great Ace Attorney. Alright, what am I doing? I'm vibing with the music. Nice, isn't it? Yeah, I like this music. So cute. I like cute things. Alright, let us not dilly-dally. And let's see what she has to say, alright? Alright. About before. Yes. Yes. How do I make her cuter? Cuter. 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 Cute. Yes. 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 What's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh. And that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all of that? Oh, that's not what you mean. Oh, that's what you mean. Please tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'll be delighted. Although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Oh. Iris Wilson is proud to present her logic and reasoning spectacular. Whoa, what? First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Bruno. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. But you also say that you only just arrived in London. How did you know that? I observed the passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh. So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. More cute! And on top of that... That doesn't make sense, huh? You accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey. I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red... Then... If I raise up the voice... Then I noticed... Then it become like this. I don't think this is cute. Unless you think this is cute. Then... And I'll kill my voice if I try to do. And then... I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. I think this is right. Maybe. I'll try more. You were given that when you visited the local prison to make me very specific, weren't you? Earlier today. Oh, this is very difficult. Change your voice like that. I used those stamps to keep a close eyes on coming and goings, you see? I didn't realize. The red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded trial back as McGilda. No, it sounds weird. The two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. Now I sound like an old woman. However, neither of you were wearing a particular sad expression on your face. So I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. This led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. I see. But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been Mr. Natsume. Now, Bruno has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that both of you come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could have led me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. Well, it seems like we should better ask you instead. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley's always stabbing his nose with his knife, you see. You know, he's silly. And all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson. That was one of my great deductions. I need to be so happy, so happy, so happy. How can me, a cynical, hopeless person, be hopeful and enthusiastic and positive, really? Well, was it the winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed to ascertain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. Oh well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please. Tell it to me. I don't need to talk to Sherlock Sholmes then. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man. You were saying? Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems. Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in the town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. A short, shifty-looking, stooped man. Mr. Nasser may be beyond any doubt, alright? No need to doubt. So Seki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all, though. But it seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear. Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Still, that means this incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Oh. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it apparently. Oh dear. I haven't realized the situation was so dire. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases trying to caught criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is, but in that case, I don't hold much hope for Soseki-san. Good riddance, rest in peace. My condolences, Mr. Soseki. Alright. Thank you for answering so many of my questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I have so much fun. I'm gonna kill myself. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guess, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well. Well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene. Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yes, Mr. Natsume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? Well, I imagine police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Yes, we know Inspector Gregson. Ah, goody, then get that case. Give Gretzy this for me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is this? A five-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. Iris's postcard has been entered into courtroom record. It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Gosh, this will make the inspector help us with it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. Good luck then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. I'm actually happy talking to her. Why? She's so cute. I just want to squeeze her. Well, Mr. Naruto, it's back to the scene of the crime. It's a go. Who is Izuko? No. Izuko? Ikusho! So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the man of Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with the Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. Silver coin, eh? Interesting. To be continued. Oh, I see. Yes, sure. Okay. No problem. Right road. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a great break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. Present! Wait. Tell the general blah 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 blah. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have this for you, bloody bastard. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From a ladyship? Whoa. I'm getting very bad vibes from how you reacted like that. A ladyship? Give me that at once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me. Ugh, don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee, that's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see, you mean... That's right. That's right. For the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time. Yes, Yes, of course, I know about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, using my name without any my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector, that must be difficult for you. Never mind you that. Never you mind that. What you want to do? No then, eh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ah, the little knife-wielding, mustached Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel, just over there, look. On the first floor of that house on the corner where the wreck of a bicycles popped up. That is nearby indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Garrideb. Right, well, if you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it, you tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Why are you so intense? Don't worry, Inspector, we will. Goodbye for now then, and long live her ladyship. Alright. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes, so then we shall go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Definitely. Go inside. Go inside. Okay, it's the same thing. Right, same thing as the last time I inspected this. Alright, according to Inspector Gregson, that's the house where Mr. Natsume has lodgings. Just across the road from where the incident took place, I see. It must be awful for Suseki-san getting caught up in something like this in a foreign land. Okay, so I move. Apparently, yes, I move. Oh my god, why is there a cannon inside? Is this really his lodgings? There's a cool portrait behind. Whoa! May I help you? Okay, I'll do that. I'll do it. Ah, yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrideb? Indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling? My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I am... Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Suseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garrideb. Well, it was brief. Did you see that, Miss Susato? That was a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we've arrived now, really, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrideb, we see you now. This way. Oh man. He's a moon. He's a crescent. What's this? Is there anything suspicious? Well, plenty of things are suspicious. Like the broken plates and all that. Window. Where does the window see? This window looks out over Briar Road. This window looks out over Briar Road, where the young woman was attacked. Oh yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road, investigating the crime scene. So there is a window out. The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly. Does this thing open at all, I wonder? I should underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir. Sorry? As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening with his windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you. It seems very unlikely that these two would have been anything of that incident then. Alright then. What's over here? I can't investigate that. Alright, let's talk to him. How do I do his voice? He's an old man. Seems somewhat posh. Good day to you. John Garrideb at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maywood. Don't you know? Earned the Medal of my pains, but I had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and down stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was pending at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Oof. Why does it hurt? Ugh, do you think so? Well, Mr. Garrideb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joanne? Let these good people see it properly. Joanne, fetch it! Oh! Dash it, old woman! Be careful! Oh dear me! I do beg your pardon, sir. You jolly nearly took the skin off my hand. Off my hands. I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it, living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Not quite right. The voice, I don't like it. Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodgings downstairs. Is that right? Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only two, please, naturally. Especially if it helps to keep the peace in Blighty. That's disgusting. We've forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even had some famous detective poking around. You know, in his old house, would you believe? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so... No. Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Soseki-san's room. It's a barely nuisance, is it? What it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling. About Mr. Natsume. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garidep, please do tell us. Ah yes, the Japanese chap. Only have been lodging here for a week. Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then. I have 2 lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago. Ah, dash it all, Joanne! Don't be careful! Do be careful! Oh my goodness! I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion... Oh, that's a very juicy lip. Bouncy, juicy lip. I thought it was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I say to myself, Joanne, the man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And here I'm really wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. The shady lodger. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Huh. Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchard. Could you please elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past time. Everyone else in the house was gone to bed too. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that the Japanese fellow retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Ah. Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh! I understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct? That's right, yes. They are both below us, on the floor and the street level. Then how is that you know so much about the lives of your lodger? The precise times they will come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed. Ah! Good grief, Joanne, be more careful, woman. Oh my goodness, sir, I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. The incident 2 days. Seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window at around that time? The window? Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Pryor Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? 5 o'clock is the dinner time in the Gary Depp household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joanne? No, sir. It would have been dark outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well... Yes, was there something then? Well, it's nothing particularly similar, but around this whole time... Ah! For the love of God, Joanne, what's what you're doing? Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. You know, that joke is gonna get stale after a while. Do me more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Narrow Hollow? Oh, yes. I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really? Mr. Gary Depp? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, I would say it was just a traveling... Joanne, dash it all. What is the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. The maid is suspicious. Yes. Quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quite uneventful meal. Joanne? That's right, Mr. Gary Depp. What is the matter with this two? It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what? I wish I knew. Alright, it seems there are more questions. But we're out of time now, so fortunately I have to end this here. So once again, thanks for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this episode. Oh, we are meeting lots of strange and interesting people in this couple of episodes. Which is nice, I like to practice my voice into different things and destroy my throat in the process. But yeah. All is well, I'm happy to do it. I actually like doing it, even though I suck doing it. But yeah. So, take care, stay hopeful, but be critical, alright? Bye-bye!